Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Continuing with the explanation of devotional service. In the previous sessions, classes, we heard about devotional service performed in the mode of ignorance, wherein violence is involved, pride is involved, such things. And then we learnt about devotional service in the mode of passion in the previous verse, wherein it is performed for some material enjoyment, for name and fame, etc. So in today's session, we will be trying to understand devotional service performed in the mode of goodness, sattvika. Sattvikaha. Now this is not the end, we should remember. Still from the next verses, like Srila Prabhupada in the last portion of the purport, he says, one has to transcend such mixed material devotional service in order to reach that standard of pure devotional service as explained in the next verses. So in this verse, what is explained, it is not of the standard of pure devotional service. It is still mixed, impure. Impurity of mode of goodness. We say goodness pure. No, still this is not sufficient. So what is this devotional service in the mode of goodness? Karma nirhara muddishya. Karma nirhara. I will perform some activities, karma, fruitive activities, wherein some result is there. But I want to get relief from the inebrities, the resultant reactions of whatever action I perform, or some faults, some inebrities may be there that I wanted to nullify them. This, when it is the intent, uddishya. Uddishya means with the purpose of, when this is the purpose, then parasmin va tadarpanam. So here also, it's not that only some activity he is doing and leaving it. No, he is offering it to the Supreme Lord. Parasmin va tadarpanam. He is offering to the Lord. Yajet yashtavyam iti va. Yajet. Yajet means may worship. Yashtavyam, to be worshipped. I am worshipping. Yes, it is to be worshipped like this, so I worship like this. Yajet yashtavyam iti va prithak bhavaha sa sattvikaha. So he is still a separatist. There is prithak bhava, separate interest than of the Supreme Lord. Let us try to understand more. I'll read the translation. When a devotee worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead and offers the result of his activities in order to free himself from the inebrities of fruitive activities, his devotion is in the mode of goodness. So we may wonder. So this person, he is performing his duties. In the purport, Prabhupada gives a description of the 4 varnas and the 4 ashramas. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. So a person being situated in one of them, as a Brahmachari or as a Sannyasi or as a Brahmana or a Kshatriya, he is situated in that platform. He is performing that specific duty, and the duty also is offering to the Lord. We may think it is done. No. Still this is also not sufficient. If his intent is, still it is not pure devotional service. Just like, that's what the intent is, not for the just for the satisfaction of the Lord. There is also another intent of, I should be relieved from karmic reactions. I should have performed my duty well. I should have, whatever, I am a Brahmana, whatever my Brahmanical duties I have done, taking that satisfaction, taking that gratification. If that intent, if that mixture is there, then still it is not pure devotional service, it is devotional service in the mode of goodness. Let us take this example, understand, and example of the Yagnik Brahmanas in the outskirts of Vrindavana. They were all very learned in the Vedic literatures, performing yajna, sacrifice. They are all well aware that yes, Lord Krishna or Vishnu, He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So all the offerings, the sacrifices what we perform, it is ultimately, it reaches Him. They are fully aware of these things. But unlike their wives, they were pure devotees. They had developed love towards Krishna. Just when they heard about the name of Krishna, they were all eager to see Him, eager to serve Him. And when they heard that Krishna and Balaram, they have come nearby and they are hungry and they are all preparing nice preparations for the sacrifice, immediately they got up. They wanted to offer all of those things for Krishna and Balaram and all of their friends. And when the point of time came when their husbands, brothers, fathers, they objected for their decision to go towards Krishna and Balaram, they transgressed their order and they went towards Krishna and Balaram. So this we call it as pure devotional service. But on the other hand, their husbands, they are fully aware of the Vedic rituals, performing all the sacrifices for the satisfaction of the Lord. Still, it cannot be considered under pure devotional service, but it can be told that yes, it may be under devotional service in the mode of goodness, as a matter of duty, as a matter of no karma or inabilities should be there, should stick upon us. So with that intent, with that uddesha, with that intent when they perform, still it is said to be mixed by mode of goodness. It is not pure. And the purport Prabhupada says, but if this offering process is in the mode of goodness rather than is in pure devotion, then the interest is different. So if it is in the mode of goodness, not in pure devotion, the interest is different. What is that interest? I should be relieved of karmic reactions. See, the center is I should be relieved of karmic reactions. So, it has to be offered to Krishna. Yes, I am ready to offer it to Krishna. So So this is something interest separate from the Supreme Lord. Just like, see, there is one thing, Krishna's pleasure and my pleasure, or Krishna's satisfaction and my satisfaction. Whom do we call as, say, karmis? People in the outside world, for them, Krishna's satisfaction, nothing. They don't consider that. For my satisfaction, whatever is required, I'll do. So for such people, we call them as karmis. Next level, there are one category of people, Shri Krishna Balaram ki Jai, who perform activities. There is satisfaction for Krishna, the Supreme Lord also, and there is my satisfaction also. Both are there. So we may call them as karma yogis. They perform their duties and offer it to Krishna for his pleasure. I like to do something, I do it and offer it to Krishna. So there is nothing wrong in this, but still it can't be termed as pure devotional service. There is Krishna's satisfaction also, there is my satisfaction also. What's the next level pure devotional service? Whether my satisfaction, personal interest may not be there, but if there is interest of Krishna, satisfaction of Krishna, yes, I am ready to do it. Even with self-sacrifice. So this is pure devotional service. Then, some more examples let us take and understand, try to understand this concept. Just like in the Mahabharata, we find, especially during the 18 days war, Bhima, so on the last day, he took up his mace and whatever for a combat with Duryodhana. All the entire armies, they are all already vanquished. On the 18th day of the war, there is Duryodhana left over and Bhima fully ready to fight with him. And they were fighting continuously, whatever. That story we know how Duryodhana's body entire it was made into like iron. Nobody could whatever hit him and defeat him, except for the whatever the part, lower part which was covered. And Bhima and Duryodhana fighting is going on. Bhima couldn't overpower Duryodhana at all. But on the indication of Krishna, who indicated him to hit Duryodhana below the waist, and Bhima did it and won over Duryodhana. So now, when we say Bhima, he is a Kshatriya. If he had argued, hey, no, I am a Kshatriya, whatever, fighting, whatever rules properly to be followed, hitting below the waist, it is unacceptable. No, Krishna has told, so he was ready to do it. Though there is a transgression of the codes of a Kshatriya involved there, he was ready to do it. Likewise, Arjuna also, in the case of killing Karna, he was below the chariot. Krishna told him, no, you shoot now. Arjuna did it. So likewise, and Yudhishthira, Maharaja Yudhishthira, in fact, when he was told to tell lies, initially he hesitated, but of course later he did it diplomatically. And because he hesitated initially, Prabhupada says how he was shown the hellish planets later after when he left from this mortal world. So these are some examples through which we need to understand that how there is this distinction of devotional service in the mode of goodness, of properly following all the codes of whatever religious, ritualistic duties in the whatever, as a Kshatriya, as a Brahmana, as a sannyasi, as a brahmachari, and there is something superior to this, which is pure devotional service, which involves Krishna's sole satisfaction irrespective of one's own satisfaction. The same thing even in Chaitanya Leela also, we see the example of Gadadhar Pandit. He had taken Kshetra Sannyasa to stay in Jagannath Puri up to the end of his life. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started his travel to Vrindavan, he also wanted to accompany him. He couldn't bear the separation from Mahaprabhu. So Mahaprabhu told him, no, you have taken Kshetra Sannyasa, you should remain in Jagannath Puri, you should not come to Vrindavan, you should take care of Gopinatha deity there. But Gadadhar Pandit was not ready for that. Whatever this sannyasa, all these things, let it, no, I am not interested in that. I can't stay in separation from you, I will come along with you. So these are all some examples of pure devotional service, which is something different from devotional service in the mode of goodness. So this is the conclusion of the Bhagavata philosophy, wherein it says, Dharmas vanushtita pumsam vishvaksena kathasuyaha notpadayed yadiratim shrama eva hi kevalam. A person who performs all his dharmas vanushtitaha, all the varnashrama dharma very strictly, nicely he follows. But if those activities doesn't give rise to attraction towards the Supreme Lord, then it is said to be Shrama eva hi kevalam, useless labor only. So this is the highest, this is the conclusion of Bhagavata philosophy. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says, Naham vipro na cha narapatir na api vaishyo na shudro. I am not a brahmachari, vanaprastha, grihastha, sannyasi, vipra, brahmana, whatever, none of these things. Gopi bhartu padakamalayor dasa dasanu dasa. I am the servant of the servant of the servant of the master of gopis. So this is what Prabhupada says in the purport, Anya Vilashita Shunyam, what Rupa Goswami says. There can be no excuse for personal or material interest. So in the matter of performing our devotional activity, there can be no excuse for material benefit or personal benefit. Pure devotional service is transcendental to all material qualities. So here, let me recollect and tell you to like say Bhakti Vinod Thakur. He has given another simplified explanation wherein he speaks about devotional service, four say levels at which devotional service can be performed. The lowest level is out of bhaya, fear, and the next level is out of asha, or some material desire. The third level is kartavya buddhi, the concept of duty, and the fourth level is prema, out of love. So here we can categorize how predominantly in the lower modes devotional service performed out of fear, like in tamoguna, in mode of ignorance. Somehow some fear is there, some devotional activity they perform. They don't know who actually is supposed to be worshipped. They are not aware of who the Supreme Lord is, how he should be worshipped. None of these ideas. Their relationship with the Supreme Lord, they don't know any of these things. Some fear, oh, if I don't perform this, then something bad may happen to me. Okay, somehow that's okay, but we say it is tamoguna, mode of ignorance, out of some fear he is performing. Something superior to that, which may be predominated by mode of passion, asha, desire. Some material desires he has, he knows, by my own strength, I cannot obtain all of the desires what I am having, but if I can worship the Supreme Lord, then I can satisfy my desires. So he worships the Supreme Lord with this intent. So that may be at a little higher level, and still higher level is kartavya buddhi, as a matter of duty. He doesn't have any other desires to enjoy senses in that way grossly. No, as a matter of duty, my dear Lord, whatever is required, everything you have given. As a thanksgiving, as a matter of duty, let me offer these things to your satisfaction. So there is a concept of duty there, kartavya buddhi. So that's what we are speaking in today's verse. Karma nirharam uddishya parasmin va tadarpanam yaje yashtavyam iti va pratak bhava sa satvikaha. It's mode of goodness, as a matter of duty to perform. But this is not the highest. The highest is prema, Krishna prema, rendering service in love of Godhead, exclusively for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord. That is said to be the highest. Okay, now in the last part, in the second paragraph of today's purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions about 81 categories or 81 varieties of ways where devotional service can be performed, or in other words, 81 kinds of mixtures. There is pure devotional service, unadulterated, unmixed, and these 81 kinds of adulterants can be there. So let us try to understand about this, because I remember in my school days, high school, we had in our syllabus to study about different kinds of adulterants. Just like say for milk, what can be added, some adulterant, so that appearance same, it will not become some different color or whatever, you cannot make out. But some specific things, and likewise for oil, likewise maybe for some salt, different adulterants will be there. So if that is added to that, externally looking at it, it appears as if it's pure. Only an expert can make out, hey, no, this is adulterated. So likewise, there is requirement for us to know about the adulterants also. Then we will be able to, in a better way, distinguish between what is pure and what is adulterated. So likewise, now let us try to understand this. Prabhupada says here, devotional service in the modes of ignorance, passion and goodness can be divided into 81 categories. There are different devotional activities such as hearing, chanting, remember that Namavidha Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, 9 varieties of ways. Now, there is hearing in the mode of passion, hearing in the mode of goodness, hearing in the mode of ignorance. Likewise, Shravanam, then Kirtanam, chanting in the mode of goodness, in the mode of passion, in the mode of ignorance. Likewise, Archanam in the mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. So if we do this, how much do we get? 9 into 3. It is 27. And Prabhupada doesn't stop there. Again, that mixed once again with goodness, passion and ignorance into 3 again. 27 into 3, it comes to 81. So Prabhupada says this, 3 multiplied by 9 equals 27, and when again multiplied by 3, it becomes 81. So just one table I was preparing. just to make out what are these different kinds of adult trends. Because this even in Soulful Japa module, Madhu Pandit Prabhu was telling about like how there is one attentive chanting and hearing, there is this one mechanical chanting, there is animalistic chanting, varieties are there. Of course, that to understand the terminologies you may find it difficult. So I made this exercise of like say taking one of them, say Archanam, deity worship, so that easily we can understand and apply and check for ourselves. So now, Archanam we know it is one among the 9 processes of devotional service. So this Archanam or deity service can be performed in goodness, deity service in the mode of passion, and deity services in the mode of ignorance also. How is this? Let me start explaining now from this table. Each of the next 3 categories later I'll explain. First let me explain this itself in the first level. Archanam or deity service, say, will go from below in the mode of ignorance. So what constitutes, say, deity services in the mode of ignorance? So we also perform Pujari service, assistant Pujari service, all of these things. Just take for this example, say if a Pujari not taken bath, our clothes are not shuchi, or entering the altar without performing achaman, no time sense, offering unclean items, rotten flowers, not listening to the instructions given, but whatever comes to his mind, at that spot he will do. And while performing also maybe Aarti sequence is wrong. First offer flowers, then lamp, and then dhupa, whatever. Sequence is also wrong. All these gross mistakes are there. Definitely we say it's almost the mode of ignorance. It involves gross mistakes. Then, what can come under the category of mode of passion? So there is devotion, deity services, archanam in the mode of passion. Take this example. The devotee, he snatches the service from other allocated devotee on a festival day where whatever final arati, wears special thick bordered dhoti with some special pleats front and back, and he informs some folk boy to make video of him and circles around the deity in a very special style, whatever. So grossly we can see, if we see such things, especially all of these things, and someone is told to make video of him, not the deities but how he is performing some special whatever style he is offering things. It appears to some whatever personal intent, whatever personal gratification or whatever. It appears like that. Then, say coming to the mode of goodness. So Pujari is the allocated Pujari in the rotation, nicely taken bath, wearing shuchi dress, performing achaman, correct on time, he is there for the service, as per the instructions given, proper sequence in performing arati, no mistakes, and all of these things. We say yes, devotional service in the mode of goodness. Okay? So, this is not all in all. Now next level, let us try to understand. These are all the category, like say gross appearance, this category we made. Now, let us go to the next level understanding. Now, deity worship in the mode of ignorance we saw. So in that again, let us make category. Again, deity services in the mode of ignorance, grossly. But next level may be subtle. I have taken these two parameters, gross and subtle. Like that various parameters can be taken. Grossly ignorance, but subtle, the intent in the heart, it can be in the mode of goodness, passion and ignorance again. So the first examples what I gave you, it is gross things what we can see. There may be, we don't know about the intent, what is there in the heart of the devotee. Now let us consider that also, that category also. Going again from below, let us go. Mode of ignorance. So grossly ignorant, in an ignorant way, Aarti sequence is wrong and he has not taken bath properly, not wearing shuchi clothes, not performing achana, something he is doing grossly, this is appearing also. And in that, grossly ignorant, subtly also, the intent is also ignorant, in the mode of ignorance. I will give you this example. The intent of that pujari who is doing in that way, if it is, I will scold and hit the assistant pujari who did not give me the second piece of fresh cream cake yesterday. I will identify any small mistake of him and I will take him to task. I am doing this pujari service so that I will get an opportunity to retaliate. I should teach that assistant one lesson. Yesterday festival cake, for everyone one piece board was put up, but I asked for the second time, he should have given everyone one they can take, but if I take, he should not object. Yesterday he has objected to me, so I will teach him a lesson. Next time when I take two, he should not go and complain. See, the intent, grossly also mistakes are happening, and intent also. So here we find the intent of, say, this violence is involved here, anger, all of these things, ignorance and again deep ignorance. Now, another next level, next category, say grossly in ignorance, performing mistakes, the intent of passion. Take this example. Sankalpa plate, we do Sankalpa and keeping 100 rupees note on top of that, so that public will come on and they also put some money and I can take away that money, not giving to the temple. And 15 years back, like when I was in Bangalore as a pujari, first time, like say, pujaris were brought from outside, hired, because Janmashtami day, pujaris shortage were there, and a lot of crowd, and for doing Sankalpa, some pujaris were hired from outside, so that to ease the movement, everything. And these pujaris, they were told not to take money or put money, nothing of that sort. But again and again they were putting 100 rupee note on the Sankalpa plate. Their whole intention is that people will look at that and they will also put some money and they can take away that money. So now if a pujari grossly also ignorant and with the intention of there is some labha, personal profit for him, so there is some passion involved in that. That way that category can be made. And now in ignorance and subtle goodness. Take this example. They have told me to do this service, I will do it. I don't like to do, but authorities they have told me to do, no other pujari is there, okay, I will do. So many mistakes may be involved, but at least the intent, the goodness is there. Some requirement is there, service, so let me do. A lot of mistakes externally he may be doing, but the intent at least is okay. So grossly ignorant, but subtly in mode of goodness. So next level if we come, say grossly in the mode of passion, like say all that with nice decoration and video making and all of those things are happening in the mode of passion. Very nice dhoti and someone is making video of him, nice special circles and all. In that, think. One example, let me give you this. The subtle intent, there is ignorance. Take this example. There is a brahmachari recently changed to white searching for a life partner. There is some proposal which has come from one congregation's daughter, and she is also there. So his whole intent is to somehow or the other that she should agree for the proposal. All the intent, the external activities, externally also passionate, the intent is also passion, high passion. Now let us take externally passionate but intent in goodness. Lord should be offered in the best way. I should offer all the items without mistake, not to commit any mistake or offense. In the best possible manner, let me serve the Lord. See, externally it may be appearing as very passionate, but if the intent, in the best way, offering should be done, and is very careful not to commit any mistake. So to that extent, there is sattva guna involved in that, goodness. Is intended to serve the Lord in the best way. So this category. Now, goodness, when it comes to goodness category, when the pujari, rules and regulations, everything he is following, on time is there for the service, shuchi, achaman, everything is pakka, proper sequence in the arati. Now, in that, intent is in the mode of ignorance. Take this example. Wanting recognition from the authorities so that they will know that my training is over and they will change my service. Actually, I don't want to do this service, but I do offering everything very nicely so that authorities, they should see and they should change my service. My training, everything is over. If they find any mistake, they will tell, oh, no, training is not over, you continue to do this. But I don't like to do it, so pakka I will do it so that I should get relieved from this service. Intent of ignorance. Then, of passion, under goodness, whatever, this passion, intent passion. I should be known as the ideal pujari, perfect pujari. Congregation should come and glorify. Prabhu, today, when you are Sakshat Krishna, whatever. They should come and glorify, if that is the intent. So now coming to goodness and goodness. Intent is also good. He is doing in a confident way. What I am doing is 100% okay. I commit no mistakes. I have done my duty correctly. I am expert, in an expert manner I am doing, and this is the highest and nothing beyond it. I am a perfect pujari. So, external also mode of goodness, intent also it may appear as mode of goodness, perfectly, expertly, whatever offering to the Lord he is doing. But this also, when it comes to the understanding of pure devotional service, is insufficient, not the highest. What is the highest? A pure devotee always feels, what I am doing now, I am imperfect. How can I improve? How can I improve my services? And a devotee, say, taking this DT service as an example, it's not that only DT service I'll do properly and not show respect to other devotees. So that we have heard how it is Kanishtadhikari stage. You may do the DT service wonderfully, perfectly, but not showing respect to other devotees. So am I showing proper respect to other devotees? That consideration should be there. And even, okay, this is like allocated pujari, when his rotation comes, even when his rotation is not there, his allocation is not there, some standby or whatever, whenever he is asked to do, still he is ready to do. So all these questions will come up. So pure devotional service is something beyond even whatever gross and subtle goodness, all of these things. So now, see, all these things we did, this exercise, not to look at others and point out. Never. This is to check for ourselves. Where do we stand? How can I improve? Because other devotees' intent or their situation, their whatever the circumstances, we may not be able to understand. And it's not required also for everyone. Let the devotees involved, like authorities, let them check and correct them or do the needful. Looking at other devotees and analyzing these things, never to be done. It's for our own improvement, for our own analysis. We can look at all of these categories. And even though, let us be clear with this also. There are examples like, say the case of Shabari, offering juta things to the Lord. It may appear gross ignorance in in our own looking at externals, but there is pure devotion involved. Vidura giving banana peel and throwing away the fruit. That cannot be accepted at all. But still, he was so much ecstatic that he is giving the peel to the Lord and he is accepting. Of course, we are all higher pure devotees, we can't imitate that. So, as sadhakas, we should try to come to the level of goodness. Externally also, we should follow all the rules and regulations, and intent also we should try to purify as a matter of duty, without any mistake, to become expert in our duties. All of these things should be done, and that's not the highest. With that platform, we should aim for raising towards pure devotional service. And what are the characteristics of that pure devotional service, we'll be seeing in the next verses. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki